How's it going, everybody? Today I want to give a quick breakdown at how the fake news creates false narratives about people to slander them and basically to commit character assassination. Now, as we all know, the other day there were certain things like Facebook and Twitter banning the hashtag Save the Children, which caused kind of an uproar. Like, why would you ban that? And their whole thing is they're saying, oh, well, QAnon's bad because they're hijacking the Save the Children movement. Because now that QAnon is on everyone's radar, they're looking into and they're finding all this stuff about child trafficking and all this horrible stuff. And this is their way of getting ahead of it. And they're saying, oh, well, it's fake. It's fake. We got to ban it. They're not sharing real stuff. Well, unfortunately, we are sharing real stuff. But this is how you could just quickly get ahead of it. And it's just these things always seem to happen right as they're pushing a narrative, right as they start pushing this narrative this week, something like this happens. And now, if you look at this looks real. Like someone put work into this, okay? There's a shadow underneath this picture. This is professional photoshopping. And it's fake. Not only is it fake, but you can debunk this in literally 5 seconds, and that's what they want. They want everyone to share this picture because it looks real, and everyone to go, oh my God. And then all the people who are on the fringe, they see this, and then they look it up and they see it's fake and they start thinking, oh, well, I guess it's all fake. Guilt by association. All I have to do here is Jake Paul, sex traffic. Okay, so these are, all right, that's old, 7 days, 6 days, 6 days, those are the original ones. And what's the first newer one? Conspiracy theorists are trying to tie Jake Paul to Pizzagate after FBI raid. Okay, so right there, they're slandering that. And what's the next one? There's a new QAnon conspiracy theory about Jake Paul. Now that Jake Paul is the subject of an FBI investigation, his behavior is more than just fodder for YouTube drama chats. All right, so this is a way to say, look, these guys share fake news. Oh, they're bad. They're dangerous. They're trying to say they're dangerous. Literally, none of us are violent. Pretty much just a whole movement of people just trying to research things and get to the bottom of this crazy world. And one of the main things that has been revealed is there is a ton of child trafficking and sex trafficking going on. So that's one of the main things that people share a lot. And here's just a way to get ahead of it, all right? So you saw that now. This is being shared everywhere. I saw this being shared everywhere. I blocked out his name because I doubt this is the first person to share it. I've seen this a ton of times today. And everyone sees this. People look it up. And the first thing just ready for you is that, oh, it's fake. Oh, it's just that QAnon stuff is fake. And anyone who even had half of an interest in this is off now. And, like you see here, they can use this in articles to just slander and slander and slander. And they'll be talking about this a year from now. Oh, just like the time they made up that fake Jake Paul story. But ask yourself a question. Who would go through this much work for something that's so easily debunkable? I mean, that's one of the first things we'll all learn. Do your own research and make sure it's right. And listen, everyone makes a mistake, but this isn't just a mistake. This isn't like someone saw something and accidentally shared it, which happens. Like this guy just accidentally shared this, but the first person who made this actually sat down and put work into this. And I'm going to show you just how much work was put into this, which means no normal person did this. This was professionally done. First things first, Google Jake Paul house. Okay, what's one of the first pictures that comes up? The one that is featured there. See this blue mat, see the cars in his driveway, see these things in his driveway. The exact same picture. One of the first ones that come up. And look, it's cropped off exactly where these pictures are. So that picture came from a Google search, not this article. Next, type in Jake Paul arrested. Hey, look what comes up. The picture on the inset. Jake Paul, and it's even got a little piece of the cop. And again, they added a freaking shadow. I mean, they wanted this to look, whoever was doing this was trying to trick people. Next up, you have this info bar with the title of the story, Sex Trafficking Victim Speaks Out. Type that in. Oh, and look what comes up. A story from March 18th, 2019, with this exact bar, Sex Trafficking Victim Speaks Out. You can see the background here. See, that's the background. That's the bar. You can see this little red blotch right here. See that? That's because they whited out a 4 and made it a 7. See, this is ABC. The original is ABC 4. And right here where it says Utah ABC 4, they slapped an ABC 7 logo. Which, if you type in ABC 7, hey, look, one of the first things that comes up is the exact logo that they slapped on it. All right, and then you just add 2 generic bars down here, a blue one and a white one. That's easy enough. YouTube star Jake Paul's home raided in connection to sex traffic investigation shortly after. All right, so this took some time. This is one of the first pictures that comes up on Google of his house that they cropped out the other part. This is one of the first arrest pictures, which they cropped out the second half and cropped out half the cop and added a shadow. They took this information bar, and the background that they slapped it on top of was from a video from 2019. And then they took this ABC logo, slapped that on top of the ABC4 logo, blotted out the 4 here, and added the 7. And here you go. You have a professional looking picture that someone clearly made, so everyone would say, holy crap, and share it, so then they can in turn use it as a way to, quote, debunk QAnon, okay? First of all, and just so you know, QAnon hasn't even posted in 2 weeks almost, a week and a half, since July 31st. So it didn't come from QAnon. It was purposely shared, and it came from more than likely the people that wrote these stories. That's how they do it. That's just how easy it is. Because no one in their right mind would take the time to make this thing unless they were trying to hurt us. And that's just how easy they can do it. Have their people share some fake news and then write the articles about it all in one shot. And all because people were giving them crap for banning the Save the Children. Imagine actually banning a hashtag Save the Children. I mean, who are these people? Aren't there regular people working there? No one would ever on purpose do this. This took work to make this Photoshop, to find all these pictures, crop them out right, add freaking shadows, find a story from 2019 that has the freaking headline that you want, then slightly change the channel. So I guess they thought maybe people wouldn't find this. And that, my friends, is how the fake news creates fake stories in order to character assassinate a group of people. And I see it all the time, and I just wanted to take the time now, while this one was fresh in my head, and take the time to document it and show you what happened here.